Hey fellas, today we're talking about factory accidents and being extremely insensitive. It's the 20th century. A generation has passed since America had their little whoopsie, and things are changing quickly. We got electricity, airships, the Olympics, Pol Pot, and the Statue of Liberty, and things are looking pretty optimistic in the Balkans. I really don't like the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Football had exploded in popularity. Every Thanksgiving, Stanford would face off against Berkeley, and this would be the biggest game of the year. Thousands of fans would gather to watch the match, and this year would be no different. Unfortunately, the fans had been outgrowing the infrastructure of the stadium for some time. Over 19,000 people were expected to fill 10,000 seats. Additionally, there was a recession going on, so a lot of people couldn't afford the event, so they began to climb surrounding buildings to spectate. About 500 people, who were mostly children, climbed on top of a glass factory building. Police had noticed them and tried to get them down, but they were outnumbered.
You boys best be getting down here this instant.
The flimsy roof gave way, plunging the crowd into hell. The lucky ones fell 4 stories straight on the factory floor. Fuel lines were severed on impact, causing several people to be doused in scalding hot oil, which ignited, creating a large fire. Bodies landed on top of the extremely hot furnace, and some were even skewered by the binding rods keeping the lid on. Had the furnace been open, many kids would have met their death in a pool of molten glass. Factory workers rushed to save the children, and miraculously, Stanford managed to win the game. Oh, and only 19 children died, leaving many others severely injured.
Oh my God. Barbara, get in here!
What is it, Vince?
I done found one of them golden tickets.
Let me see. Oh, hell yeah.
While loading up a vat of chocolate, Vincent Smith Jr. fell into the tank where he was struck and killed by a mixing rod. Now, it turns out a bunch of people have died in chocolate vats. One lady in Russia went diving into a tank to retrieve her phone and was diced beyond recognition. Only her legs remained.
Hey, Mr. Beast, one of our guys fell into the mixing bowl. What should we do?
Feastables is now a part of the organ black market.
Mr. Patterson was, quote, down in a pit when a ladle of molten steel came pouring on his head. So falling into a boiling vat of chocolate problem has some overlap with molten metal. A couple years ago, a factory worker was taking a sample of molten iron when he accidentally tripped and fell in a crucible. But only half of his body went in. Now, the articles I've read don't say which half, but they do say he died instantly, so I'm assuming he went in head first.
So I've looked at your resume, and you seem really qualified for this position. Now, unfortunately, you need a T6 vertebrae to work here, so we're going to be looking for other candidates.
Jose Molina was cleaning out a 35-foot industrial oven. Wait, hold on, 35 feet? You could make so many bagel bites with this. His coworkers thought he was in the bathroom, so they filled the pressure cooker with 12,000 pounds of tuna and turned it on. At this point, people noticed Molina's absence, so they started looking all over for him. And 2 hours after he went missing, his body was found in the cooker. On a positive note, his family was compensated with $1 million for the accident. Anyways, that's the end of my list. I hope you guys learned a thing or two, and thanks for joining me in the Goon Cave yet again.